I'm trying to do a little research on this objectivism. I'm seeing some people really, really supporting this Atlas Shrugged and Rand, Ayn Rand, or I don't know how to pronounce her name. Anyways, can't find a free link to this movie to really see her mindset. And tried to. I watched a part of a documentary, but it's like boring as friggin' hell. It's got to be a little faster for me to be able to keep up with it. And some of her history is really, really disturbing. That how can anybody come up with a good idea if you're that disturbed? And then to see the types of people that are going to support this idea, it's like, okay, everything that was wrong, we're going to do more wrong stuff. And I think in some way there's a solution there. And some of the things that I'm kind of alarmed with is um, where are we learning how to be as screwed up as we are? you know, how do you go and be an economist that destroys the planet? How do you be that corporate structure that justifies, killing the Gulf or making decisions like nuclear or power plants? Um, where is the logic that doing the wrong thing is going to be an okay thing to do? I just, you go to university and they teach you how to basically be a psychopathic person. Like they're going to teach you everything that's wrong in a university. So let's just say, objectively, that Rand is completely nuts. Um, she influenced um, in 1960s and 1970s, Rand developed and promoted her objectivism philosophy through her nonfiction works and was giving talks to students at institutions such as Yale, Princeton, Columbia University, Harvard, MIT. So her insanity was definitely playing a major role in these universities. One of her buddies, like she, I guess, had this team that she was forming back in the day. I don't want to lose my place here. Um, Alan Greenspan was one of the groups. I mean, you just look at some of her friends that really loved her work. Alan Greenspan is one of them. And she was definitely heavily involved in media, where that's where you form groups that develops, the belief system that's being programmed to you. So her insanity definitely was influenced within the media. Um, she received an honorary doctorate from Lewis and Clark College. She also began delivering annual lectures at the Ford Hall Forum, responding afterwards in her famously spirited form to questions from the audience. During these speeches, questions, and answers sessions, she often took controversial stance on political and social issues of the day. These included supporting abortion rights, so there's no, why are we having the kids? Why are we having unwanted kids? I mean, even at the end of the day, if you get pregnant because you're raped, then where are we solving the social issues that create the rape crime? Um, there's no look at the causes so you can cure why we're having unwanted births, but we're just going to support everything that's wrong and go for those abortions. That seems to be extremely insane right there. She opposed the Vietnam War, good for her, military drafts apparently, but condemned many draft dodgers as bums. So if you don't do if you stand up and don't want to participate in something that's wrong, she'll call you a bum. Seems to be totally insane. She supported Israel in the Arab-Israel War of 1973 as civilized men fighting savages. So she perceives herself that whatever side she's on are going to be civilized while you're fighting and being a killer, just trying to prove your point of view. But anybody on the opposite side, she views them as savages. Sort of insane, because I'm pretty sure the savages that she's fighting with are looking at her as nothing more than a savage, and she really looks like a savage to me. Yeah, she doesn't look too sane. Um, Saying European colonists had the right to take land from American Indians, and calling homosexuality immoral and disgusting, while also advocating the repeal of all laws against it. She clearly doesn't even know what homosexuality is. Stealing land. I mean, where does anybody support this woman if she thinks it's okay to steal land from Indians or natives? She also endorsed several Republican candidates for President of the United States and will strongly bury Goldwater in 1964, whose candidacy she promoted in several articles for the Objective newsletters. I mean, please, somebody, tell me where this woman is sane in any way, shape, or form. It went on to describe that she was also addicted to drugs. So she's, you know, she suffered from depression and was on drugs. She was addicted to drugs. So how can a mind actually function correctly if it's depressed and on drugs? She was a heavy smoker and underwent surgery for lung cancer. If you understand illnesses, she had some major causes, some really insane thinking and behaviors going on that created lung cancer. I mean, if she couldn't tell smoking's no good for her and would eventually create cancer, how would she, come up with a good idea? And I'm not, I at least see my insanity, and I'm a smoker, and I'm trying to quit, but at least I see that there's a cause that's creating this addiction that I need to transform within myself. And most of the reasons that I smoke is because, okay, I'm dealing with a planet that's completely insane, especially some very reputable people that are saying this girl, has all of the answers, and this is, the way we should form our new societies is based on her ideas. I feel like, oh God, we may as well be dead, and it creates the frustration that leads to a cigarette. And I know within myself I need to be a little bit stronger, but for me it feels like I'm fighting the world. No doubt she was dealing with the same issues that she's fighting the world, and I can see that's wrong, but did she see that it's wrong? So, please try to make me understand how any way, shape, or form that this girl's got any form of an answer. From what I'm seeing, this girl says that doing all the wrong things is the right way to go. Self-interest. She's really, really freaking warped. There is, from where I see what causes, when you look at what causes cancer, AIDS, mental illness, it's all basically social, environmental things that collectively, if we all agree it's okay to poison the air, you're going to get cancer from that. So when you reverse mechanics all illnesses, it all is based on self-interest and very little interest in the whole. It's got to play a role of living your purpose, but finding out what your purpose is. And when you want to live your purpose, it should not do harm to your society. But I don't see that. Now maybe somebody that knows this girl's work can educate me a little better. But from what I'm seeing, I ain't seeing any sanity going on, and yet I'm seeing a lot of people support her insanity. Drives me to smoke. So please help me quit smoking, and let me feel that I'm not the only one that sees the insanity within this logic, that everything, all of the reasons of why everything is collapsing is because they all studied her work. All of the people that know the answers to everything, that are in charge, and these are elites, and they've, the 1% that has all of the money, they studied her work. And they created so much hell for the rest of the planet. So how is doing the wrong thing actually the right thing? Please explain it to me. Peace out.